For many of us, using a smartphone is as simple as breathing. We swipe, tap, and scroll without a second thought. But for millions of seniors, this little device is more than just a tool. It's a source of daily stress. Imagine picking up an object that everyone around you insists is essential, but to you, it feels like a puzzle with no instructions. One wrong touch can erase a cherished photo or launch a confusing app. The fear of making a mistake is real, and it's not just about the technology itself. It's about the anxiety and the quiet shame that come with not understanding something that seems to come so easily to others. Tech anxiety in seniors is often misunderstood. It's easy to assume that reluctance to use new devices is a sign of stubbornness or disinterest. In reality, it's more about a deep-seated fear of failure and embarrassment. Many older adults grew up in a world where machines had knobs and dials, and every action was predictable. There was a comforting physicality to technology. Now, the digital world is invisible, fast-moving, and can feel unforgiving. When you say, "It's easy," they might hear, "You should already know this." That gap between intention and perception can lead to frustration on both sides. For seniors, the sense of being left behind is painful. For loved ones, the repeated questions and slow pace can test even the most patient hearts. The truth is, every sigh of impatience can reinforce the idea that they're failing, not just with technology, but in keeping up with the world and with you. The emotional divide is often much greater than the technical one. The real fear isn't about pressing the wrong button. It's about becoming irrelevant, invisible, or a burden. Bridging this divide requires more than explanations. It calls for empathy, patience, and love. So, how can we help our parents and grandparents cross the digital threshold with dignity? First, slow down. Remember, your goal isn't to power through a checklist of features. It's to build trust and confidence, one step at a time. Break instructions down into clear, simple actions. Don't rush. Write things down in large, readable font. It's a reference they can look at when you're not there. Next, validate their feelings before you ever start teaching. Something as simple as saying, "I know this feels overwhelming. It's okay to take it one button at a time," can make all the difference. Avoid phrases like, "I just showed you this," or "It's not that hard." These comments, even if unintentional, can make your loved one feel small. They'll remember the way you spoke to them and how you made them feel, long after they forget which menu to tap. Celebrate every small victory. When they send a message on their own or open an app without help, acknowledge it. Say, "Look at you, you did it." Encouragement builds confidence far more than correction ever could. Over time, the wins will add up, and with them, your loved one's sense of independence. Remember, teaching technology to seniors isn't about mastering devices. It's about safeguarding their dignity and strengthening your bond. The digital gap isn't really about phones at all. It's about patience, respect, and emotional safety. Bridge it with love, not pressure. Because your loved one isn't trying to frustrate you. They're trying not to fail you. And along the way, you'll find that the real connection isn't through a screen or an app. It's in the moments of patience, laughter, and shared discovery. That's the kind of connection that lasts a lifetime.